guys, welcome back to Tales of Olympus, the podcast where we dive into the wildest, most dramatic, and sometimes just downright unbelievable stories from Greek mythology. I'm your host, Ariel I, and I am coming to you live from the best place on earth, winter vacation! First of all, a huge thank you to everyone for the support on my exams. I went in, I did the work, and the scores came back literally legendary. Hard work pays off, guys. Speaking of legendary, have you checked out my music lately? The one AIG has been out for a few months now, and you guys are still blowing it up. If you haven't added it to your winter playlist yet, what are you waiting for? Let's keep those streams rolling, and don't forget the good in me. It's the perfect vibe for relaxing over the break. I've been back in the studio during this vacation for a few days because I have something massive dropping in the next few weeks. I can't say what it is yet, but stay tuned to my YouTube and this podcast because it's going to be a total game changer. To celebrate my high scores, I wanted to talk about a guy who was basically the straight A student of the gods. Asclepius. He was the son of Apollo, but he didn't grow up at a fancy temple. He was sent to a cave on Mount Pelion to study with Chiron the Centaur. Imagine your teacher is literally a half horse. While the other students were practicing sword fighting, Asclepius was studying biology. He stayed up all night, learning how to use plants and surgery to fix literally anything. He was so good, he became the god of medicine. He even had daughters named Hygeia, the goddess of health and hygiene, and Panacea, or sometimes pronounced Panacea, the goddess of cures. They were the original medical dream team. But one day, a mortal king asked Asclepius to find his lost son. And when Asclepius did, he found the son, well, let's just not mention it. Anyways, the son was dead, so the king asked him to bring him back to life. Somehow, Asclepius found a way to use a special blood from a gorgon to actually bring people back from the dead. He was literally resurrecting people. Like, funerals were getting cancelled left and right after Asclepius saved his first patient. And so, Asclepius kept going on and resurrecting people. Funerals were getting cancelled left and right. And you know who was absolutely livid? Hades. Hades complained to Zeus, saying his kingdom was becoming a ghost town. Well, I thought it was already a ghost town, but Zeus realized somehow that if people never died, the natural order of the world would break. He had to make a tough call. He pulled out the Master, Thunderbolt, and bam! He retired Asclepius permanently. Now, you'd think that the story ends right there, right? Wrong. Asclepius' dad, Apollo, was furious. He couldn't exactly attack Zeus directly because, he's the king of the gods and his father. So he decided to take his anger out on the people who actually made the weapon that killed his son. Apollo went on a rampage and killed the Cyclopes, the one-eyed giants who forged Zeus's thunderbolts. Talk about blaming the toolmaker. Well, Zeus was not about to let that slide. He was so angry at Apollo's temper tantrum that he punished him by stripping away his godhood. He banished Apollo to the mortal world, forcing him to serve as a human shepherd for a human king. For a whole year, imagine the sun god having to clean up after sheep. That's the ultimate grounding from your dad. Well, in the end, things settled down. Zeus eventually turned Asclepius into the constellation of Phoebus, the serpent bearer, to honor his talent. And it just goes to show you, work hard, well, get those A's, But maybe don't try to hack the laws of the universe unless you want to get your dad banished. Winter vacation, and you should too. Keep streaming the One AIG and The Good in Me. Get ready for the huge surprise coming in a few weeks. And no, this episode is so not over. I promise you guys that this time there will be a full-blown episode, right? So, here's the second story for today's episode, as well the next few ones, or perhaps every one. And coming right up right after a few words for you from me, Ariel. And as all of you may know, I'm 11 years old, and I am really into Greek mythology. So, I decided to create this podcast. I wanted to let more people know about the wonders of ancient Greece, and that is basically the reason. And go and check out everything I've made so far. And keep your eyes peeled for the special surprise. Okay, and a little few breaks, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Before I head out for the rest of my winter vacation, I want to introduce a brand new bonus segment called Constellation Corner. Every episode, we're going to look up at the stars and find the origin story of a different constellation. Today, since we just talked about Asclepius and the Ophiuchus constellation, we're gonna be talking about that today. The Ophiuchus is also known as the serpent bearer. Now, you might have heard people calling this the 13th zodiac sign. While the gods were busy banishing Apollo and bamming Asclepius, Zeus decided that Asclepius' talent was too great to be forgotten. He placed him in the sky holding a giant snake. In the stars, the snake is actually divided into two parts: serpens caput, the head, and a serpens cauda, the tail, with Asclepius right in the middle, holding them apart to show he had mastered the secrets of life and healing. So, if you're ever feeling like you're juggling too many things, like exams, music, a huge surprise, just look at Ophiuchus. He mastered the snake, and you can master your week. And that's it for today's Constellation Corner. This is our first bonus, and we'll be adding a second one each episode. Alright, now it's time for a brand new segment I'm calling the Golden Artifact. And in this part of the episode, we'll find one object from the myth that you can still see in the real world today. Today's artifact is the Rod of Asclepius. It's that staff with a single snake swinging around it. You've probably seen it on the side of ambulances or at your doctor's office. People often confuse it with the caduceus, Hermes' staff with two snakes and wings. But the true symbol of medicine is the one belonging to our boy Asclepius. It represents healing and skin shedding. Basically, it's the ancient Greek version of a system reboot for your health. And now, that's for the Golden Artifact. And now let's go behind the scenes. Whoa! This is the first time we've done behind the scenes before. And since I'm on winter vacation, I've been spending like every day in my creative zone. And a few of you guys just recently told me that you were wondering what happened behind the scenes when I was recording the episodes. Well, I'll just replay a short sound when I was recording Season 3, The Trojan War. Well, here goes nothing. Oh my god, oh no. Oh no, I just accidentally deleted everything. Alright, I guess here goes nothing again. And remember last episode, everyone was talking about Achilles and cheering for him, and Oh no, come on. Beep! And my name is Ariel. I'm 11 years old. Beep! That's it for today's behind the scenes, and that was so funny, like really embarrassing too. But let's do it. And I'll see you next week with even more fun things, and hope you guys enjoy your winter. And my name is Ariel. I'm 11 years old, and I will see you next episode. Bye!